very good afternoon to all and welcome to Tally CA Connect. As I said, it's great to meet you all every Wednesday where we can discuss TallyPrime features, get your queries answered through our experts. So our today's expert is Advocate Gautam Sharma ji. Gautam ji is passionate about Tally. I can say that he's a Tally expert as well as evangelist who just knows inside out of TallyPrime as to what can be done and what cannot be done. And he has always the best solutions. In fact, he encourages his clients that if you can do it something through TallyPrime, no need to go through different platforms. So thank you so much, Gautam ji, for being a well-wisher of Tally and taking out time for our CA Connect forum. So today's discussion of our CA Connect is importing GSTR-2A 2B in TallyPrime through Excel import function and accurate mapping of the transactions. So thank you, Gautam ji, for this a suggestion of the topic, and I'm sure we will make use of this time. We already have a great audience to start with. So let's begin now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Komal ma'am, for the warm introduction. Hello, good evening all. So, as Komal ma'am said, our today's topic is how we can import our 2A and 2B from Excel to Tally. So, we will be discussing a lot of things in this webinar, and I hope you all will enjoy this session. So, in today's topic, we are going to cover a lot of things. The first thing will be how we can create any ledger using GSTIN within TallyPrime. So this feature will work in your Tally if your TSS is active. Okay. So now,
so you have to share your screen as well because we're not able to see it.
It's already shared, right? Again, reshared now.
Yes, the TallyPrime screen is visible, sir. Yeah. Okay. And we are also able to see the taskbar if you can hide that because else everything will be visible. Yeah. It's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So here in Tally, if we have to create any ledger using GSTIN, so what we do, we have to go to our gateway of Tally. We can go to create. We have to select ledger. And here within ledger, we have to go to this Alt L option. Alt L means fetch details using GSTIN, this option. Once we click on this, we have to enter our GST number like this and press enter. Once we press enter, we will get all the details of that GSTIN, the address, the legal name, trade name, whether the GSTIN is active or cancelled, everything will come. Just we have to accept the screen by pressing Ctrl A. And then we have to map the group, whether it is a creditor or debtor or whatever group you are creating in your Tally, and then just press Ctrl A to accept the screen. This way we can create any GSTIN using, we can create any ledger using GSTIN. Now, what if we have to create hundreds or thousands of ledger using GSTIN? Then what to do? For that, in TallyPrime, we have a feature. The name is multi creation of ledger using GSTIN. So to get this option, you can just go to this go to feature in your Tally. Alt G is the shortcut key. Here you can type multi creation of ledger using GSTIN. This option will come. Just press enter. And then here Alt F, there is a button where you can import any Excel sheet. Now I will show you an Excel. So here you can see there is a list of GSTIN where we are having more than 100. I think around 170. Okay, 170 GST numbers are there. You can see. So in one click, we can create ledger for all these GSTINs. How? Let us see. So what we have to do, first of all, we have to copy the folder path where we are having our Excel sheet and then go to Tally. Here in Tally, in multi ledger creation using GSTIN, that screen, we have to go to this Alt F button. And then we have to specify the path where we are having our Excel sheet. Then select the Excel file, worksheet name, and then from which column we want to import our data. That is the GSTIN column. So right now we are having our list of GSTIN in column A. So we will select A and press enter. Now we have to wait for a few seconds. You can see all 170 GSTINs are loaded here. Just press Ctrl A to accept. And now one by one, Tally is fetching the details of those GST numbers from GST portal using their API. We have to wait for 5 to 10 seconds here. Now you can see all the details are there. If you want to change any group of any party, press enter and select the group here. Else, if you want to save it as it is by giving a single like common group for all, on the top here you have to select under group. Let's suppose I'm selecting it as data. So you can see all the things will be in data now. Just press Ctrl A to accept the screen. And now, if we go to statistics, DSS, that is the shortcut key. So we can see in ledger total 174 ledgers are there. So it was a new company where two default predefined ledgers were there, cash and profit and loss. After that, I created two more ledgers, accounts first and one more GP associate, something like that. This one and one more was there. So now we can see all 170 ledgers are created using GSTINs. So this way we can create ledger of multiple parties using GSTIN in bulk. Now let us come to our second topic, that is related to Excel to Tally. So in Tally, we know that after 3.0, we are having the options of for importing any Excel directly to Tally without using any third-party TDL or add-on or any other software. Tally is giving all the things in their default, right? So in today's session, we will be covering our GSTR-2A and 2B import within Tally. So for that, I am having one sample data here. So let me just quickly load this Tally data. So here is my data. Let me quickly delete the existing entries so that I can show you how to map things, how to create your own template and do the things quickly. Now, before showing you how to map the things, I will just import all the transactions and then I will explain each and every step again. Okay. So for importing the things into Tally, we have to go to import here on Gateway of Tally. Then first of all, we have to select masters. In our case, already the masters are created. So I will select transactions. Here the file format should be Excel. Then we have to define the folder path where our Excel is there. So right now, the Excel that I am going to import is this one. And this was an Excel downloaded from GST portal. I have just deleted some things. Deleted means I have just filtered. After rate, there is a blank row. So I have filtered the blank row only. Now we are having the data here. You can see the party name, GST number, everything is there. So just I have to copy the folder path and then go to this specified path, paste, and select this worksheet name B2B. And then I have to select my template. Right now, my template is there in some other folder. You can see I have saved my template here. So before importing the things into Tally, I have to make sure that this TSF file, that is the configuration settings, should be in correct place. Correct place means I have to just copy these files. I have to minimize everything. And then first close Tally. Right click on your TallyPrime. Open file location. In file location, we have to go to this config, this folder, Excel map. And then here we have to paste our TSF files. As of now, I am just removing other TSF file so that you won't be getting confused here. Okay, so my TSF file is saved in a proper place. Now I can restart my Tally again. Just we have to select our Tally data. Our data is here. Right now, no vouchers entered. It is a whole new company, only masters are there. For importing the transactions, as I said, we have to go to this import. We have to select transactions. The file format should be Excel. We have to specify the path where we are having our Excel sheet. Then we have to select our Excel. In this Excel, there are a lot of worksheets. I can show you. Wait. In this Excel, B2B, CDNR, B2B amendment, many things are there. We have to go with this B2B as of now. So in Tally, we will select B2B. Then we have to select our template. How to create this template, we will be covering in next 10 to 15 minutes. If you want to see the preview, then you can make this option as yes, else you can make it no. If you want to take your backup before importing anything, it is recommended to take your backup first. Then you can make this option as yes, and then press enter. After pressing enter, it is giving me a preview here that from that Excel, total 18 count are there for my vouchers. If I click on import, automatically all the things will be imported to my Tally. Now you can see if I go to my purchase register, all the things are there. If I press enter, and now if I'm clicking on page up button, you can see all the things are now imported to my Tally. So this way we can import the things into Tally. Now let us come to the topic, how to import, how to create these templates. For this, let us create a new company. GSTR-2A from Excel. Give the state. Let us give any GST number here. Press Ctrl A, accept. Now, first of all, we have to open our Excel sheet. So this is our Excel sheet. If we are downloading the Excel from portal, it looks like this. Let me just open this another one. You can see when we open and when we download any Excel from our GST portal, the Excel looks like this. Some blank rows will be there. Repetition of rows will be there for each invoices. After this GST rate, this blank dash will be there. So we have to clean this data first. For that, what we can do, simply we can apply filter, and then we can remove this blank and hyphen and click on OK. So you can see this way we can just remove the filter. Or what you can do alternatively, you can select those things, select all the rows, press Ctrl G, go to feature in Excel, click on this spatial, visible cell only, then OK. And now Ctrl minus to delete all these rows. And now we can remove the filter by pressing Ctrl Shift L. Now we are having this clean data. Just we have to save this Excel first. Okay, this is one way. Another way is there where we can create some automation using Microsoft Power Query. First, I will go with this option, then we will go with the Power Query option. That is an advanced one. Now, first of all, we have to create our masters. So for masters, party ledger name will be there, GSTI will be there, state will be there, and GST registration type, whether regular or composition, that should be there. 3 or 4 things will be there that we have to map. So for mapping the master, we will go to this import. We will select masters. We will select Excel here. And then we have to select our folder path where we are having that Excel. Just copy the folder path and paste it here. Select your Excel file, which worksheet you want to import. And then instead of selecting the existing template, now we have to click on this create. The moment we click on create, we will get this kind of mapping template for master screen, mapping template creation screen. So here, first of all, we have to define whether we are going to save this template for all companies or only this company. So better to make this as all company. And then we have to give any name. Dummy 2A masters. Any name you can give as per your convenience. Whether it is an accounting master, inventory master, or payroll master, what kind of master it is there, you have to select. Within accounting master, now we have to create ledger. So we are selecting ledger here. Now, after selecting ledger or after selecting type of master, there will be some mandatory field like the name of ledger, group, and while importing the transactions, amount field will be mandatory. So we have to first select those mandatory fields. Okay. First we will select name, and now you can see after selecting name in column header, we are getting 3 options, either compute value, specify column, or this option. Now, what is this goods and GST, goods and services tax 2A? From where it is coming? You can see here, by default, Excel data has column header. This is marked as yes. Row number for column header is 1. So if I go to my Excel, in my 1 number row, row number 1, you can see this text is there. This value is there. So that value is coming here. Right now, if we want to fetch these details, this GSTIN, trade name, invoice number, all these things, this will come in 5 and 6 number. So we cannot give 2 references, but definitely we can give 1 reference. So we can go with 5 here. If I go with 5, now another important thing is there, import data from row. From which row number we want to import our data? In 2A, our data starts with 7 number row. So we have to make it 7. And now you can see the column header, we are getting a lot of header names here. If this is not relevant, you think, no, this is not correct, you can try 6 number row. And now you can see invoice number, invoice type, date, this kind of things are coming. Likewise, just you can get the header details by configuring the row number here on top. Now, if we don't want to refer this, we don't want to get the reference of this header, or we don't want to go with these options, and we want to specify the column numbers manually, then what to do? Right now, our party name, the name is in B column. So what we have to do, we have to select specify column, and then we have to select B. Then the group name. In GSTR-2A, when we download it from our portal, we are not getting any group name or any other details. Only the transaction details will be right. So what we can do, we can go with specify fixed field value. So as we are going to import our purchase, so this will be creditor, and then GST registration. Just type GSTIN. So you will get this GST registration, that is GSTIN or UIN. Now in our Excel, we are having our list of GSTIN column A. So we have to select specify column A. Then GST registration type. We can go with specify fixed field value, that is regular. Then state. State, we can, if we are getting the state details here, we can map that. Right now, this is place of supply, this is not state. Or else we can first create a new column with the state details. Like you can see here 07 is there, 07 means it is Delhi, 21 is Odisha, 22 is Chhattisgarh, like that. So better if we can create the things here manually. Anywhere in the last part, you can just, if you are having any master sheet, then by applying X lookup or V lookup, you can do that. For demo purpose, just I am showing you this way. We can just write, and then we can refer this T number column here. Right now, only for demo purpose, I am taking this G column as state column, and then country, fixed value, India, and then press enter. Ignore duplicate. You can see 12 list of items are there. Just we have to click on import, and everything will be imported into our tally. And now if we press enter, you can see the state, country name, this regular GST number, everything is there. Like we have to map for our masters, and we can create our masters using Excel import feature. In the same way, we can in the same way, we can create our mapping for our transactions, and we can do our import process successfully. Wait. Now I'm going to show you another one use case where I will be showing you how you can, or I will be explaining that how you can create your template for importing the masters, not masters, transactions. Here we are having our GSTR-2A in a folder. In this folder, we are having Excel, zip file, everything is there. Just copy the folder path. I will give you one Excel sheet, this GSTR-2A annual summary. Using this Excel, you can just automate the things. And I'm just deleting all this data here. Go to this dashboard, paste the folder path of your GSTR-2A, and then go to data and click on refresh all. Once you click on refresh all, your 2A data will be loaded here. in a very clean format. And you can see wherever GST rate is 18%, automatically purchase ledger that at the rate 18% will be there. State code will be there. State name will be there. Party masters will be created automatically. Okay. One summary will be there. Just you have to click, right click on this pivot and click on refresh. A summary will also come here in one click. Now, just save this Excel file, copy the folder path, go to Tally. I'm creating a new company again. Import annual GSTR-2A. Let me give any GSTIN for demo purpose. Now, for importing the transactions, first of all, we have to click on this import. We have to go to this transactions. We have to select the file format as Excel. We have to specify the path of our Excel file. And now our Excel file name is GSTR-2A annual summary. I will give this Excel sheet with you all so that you can just automate some of your tasks. In this Excel, you can paste the folder path of your client's GSTR-2A folder. And then in one click, you can get the whole year GSTR-2A data in a single sheet. This will be for B2B only. And then what is the worksheet name? So here in our case, you can see in total 5 worksheets are there. We have to import the transactions from annual 2A. So we will select annual 2A. And then instead of using the existing template, we will click on this create and we will now create our own template. So now, first of all, we have to select voucher type name. Or before doing that, we have to give a name to this template, GSTR-2A annual import. Any name you can give. Type of voucher, accounting voucher. And then the first field that we have to define is voucher type name. So we have to specify a fixed field value here. That will be purchase. After that, voucher date. This will be the date we have to get it from. Invoice date, this header. You can see now my header is in row number 1. So I'm getting all these header names. So either I can go with this specify column and I can go with this E, or I can simply select invoice date from here itself. After that, buyer supplier state. You might be thinking how I'm able to know what should be the next field. Correct. So for that, let me do one thing. Let me just minimize this for once. And let me create or let me open another Tally. When we go to this purchase voucher type within Tally, and we are going to import accounting invoices. So we have to change the mode in accounting invoice mode. Now you can see the first thing will be this date that we set with F2. So the first thing is F2 date, then the supplier invoice number, supplier invoice date, then the party name. Correct? Now, after giving the voucher date, that is the F2 date, we have to select the supplier invoice number. Supplier invoice number. We can select invoice number, then supplier invoice date, that is the invoice date. Then After selecting these two things, we have to select our ledger name. So we will go with ledger name. This will be party name. Then ledger amount. This will be total invoice value. Then the ledger amount, whether it's debit or credit. So we can specify a fixed field value here, credit, because party will be credited when we are making purchase invoices or purchase entries. After this, we have to add the bottom ledgers. Wait, before after this party name, first we have to enter our purchase ledger. So that will be a top ledger. So here one option will be there, top ledger. So
Gautam ji, if you can, in the reaction beside the chat, you can disable it or keep it hidden so that it doesn't cross the screen of yours.
okay. From where to disable that? Can you please help?
Yes, in the react button, you can keep it
Okay.
hidden so that it doesn't get disturbed for others.
Hidden.
Yeah.
Thank you. So on the top ledger, first of all, the ledger name.
Gautam ji, we are not able to hear you in case you're speaking.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So here our purchase ledger is there in own column. So simply we will map that O column here. Specify column O. Then ledger amount. That will be taxable value. Taxable value is there in J. So specify column J. Then the ledger debit or credit. Ledger amount, what will be the treatment? So in the case of purchase, it will be debited. So debit. So this is my top ledger. Now comes the bottom ledger. Bottom ledger means CGST, SGST, round of all these things. So first, the ledger name. I can go with either I can specify or I can go with this one, fixed ledger also. Here I have not created any ledger, so I can just go to this go to feature, create master, ledger, CGST under duties and taxes, SGST, and then IGST. And at last, round off. Now I can map CGST ledger name here, fixed field value, ledger name will be CGST. Then the ledger amount. Ledger amount means CGST amount in my Excel. So it is there in L column. I can specify column here L. Then the ledger amount, whether it is debited or credited. So fixed field value, debit. Again, bottom ledger. The ledger name will be specify fixed field value, ledger amount. Amount is there in M column. So M. Ledger amount debit or credit, it will be debited. So fixed field value, debit. Now I have to do the same thing for IGST. ledger amount, amount is there in K column. So I'm selecting K here. Whether it is going to be debited or credited. So fixed field value, debit. In the last, we have to select round off. So ledger name will be round off. Ledger amount, there is no rounding of amount available in our Excel sheet. So we have to compute the value. For computing the value, we are having one option here, compute values. We have to go with that option. Now, if we are selecting compute option, then we have to select the party name first, because the party name was credited earlier. Now we will make it as debit, and that CGST will be credited as GST should be selected as credit, IGST as credit, and press enter. And now we can see in total 52 counts are there. If we click on import, we are getting some exceptions because masters were not created here. So just click on this exception. Reference master, it is asking one by one. We can, if we want to do it one by one, we can do it here. Else we can just create the masters first. So you can see one by one, it will ask us to create all the masters. So ignoring this, I'm going back. I'm going to import masters. Here in my Excel, you can see one column will be one worksheet is there for party master, where I am having my list of GSTIN, party name, their state code, and state name. So what I can do, I can just go with this template where I am having my name, and the name is there in B column. Group name, I have to give a fixed value, that is sundry creditor. GST number, that should be picked from column A, this one. GST registration type, that is regular, I have to give it as a fixed value. State we have to take from this one. So I can make it as D. And country, I have to give a fixed value, India, and then press enter. And import. Now all my masters are imported. If I go back to my transactions, and if I would import those transactions again, okay, first I have to clear all this exception. I forgot that I have not created the masters. A lot of things are there. Better if we can just reset that. Okay, it is asking me to delete. Leave it. So only this purchase ledger was not created now in this company. So the GST also. I've selected another one company where I have imported some masters earlier. Again, some exceptions are coming. Okay. Something is wrong with the template, I guess. Let us take a reference of this existing template. So in the existing template that I have created earlier, our voucher type name was there with a fixed field value. Voucher date was there with the reference of invoice number, invoice date, and supplier invoice number in invoice date is there. Ledger name, that is the party name column, is mapped. Ledger amount, that is the total invoice value, is mapped. Whether my creditor will be credited or debited, so I have selected it as credit. Top ledgers, that is my expense ledger, purchase account, CGST, SGST, all these things. So after that, bottom ledger, it is for CGST, SGST, IGST, and round off. If I'm selecting another one template also, then why I don't know this template is coming. Okay, now it has been done. Wait, I will explain again. I know some confusions are there. Not to worry, I will explain it again. Once again. First of all, we are creating a masters here again. Otherwise, we will get those errors. Our masters are imported. Now, let us come back to the same topic, how to create template for transactions, right? So here, first of all, give a name to your template. Select the type of voucher as accounting voucher here, because we are going to import accounting vouchers. Then, first of all, we have to select the voucher type name. If we are going to import purchases, that means the voucher type name should be a fixed value, that is purchase voucher. Then the voucher date. The voucher date here, we are having in this invoice date header name. So we are selecting the header name here, or we can select that specify column, and we can give the column name also. But we have selected the invoice date, that header name here. Then the buyer supplier state. So for the state name, we are having the header here. Then the consignee state, that is our business state. So for that, we are giving a fixed field value, Odisha. Supplier invoice number. So for that invoice number, that is here. Supplier invoice date again. Then change mode, because if we are not using this change mode option, it will be imported as voucher mode. So if you want to see the things in accounting invoice mode, then you have to select this change mode, and then you have to select specify fixed field value, And here you have to write accounting invoice. Then the voucher number, that will be the invoice number. Buyer supplier mailing name. Mailing name means this part. This part, this mailing name, mailing state, country, registration type, GST number, all these things we have to map. So first of all, the mailing name will be same as party name. Then the country will be a fixed field value, India. GST registration type, fixed field value, that is regular. Buyer supplier place of supply, that is a POS. So it is there in my Excel here in this header. Then the consignee country. Consignee country means our country. So that is for the Tally company where we are going to import all these things. So fixed field value India. Then the consignee GSTIN or UIN, that is our GSTIN. Then the buyer supplier GSTIN or UIN, that is this one, our creditor GSTIN. Then the ledger name, expense ledger name first, that is the purchase account. So in our case, it is there in O column. So we can see in O column, we are having our purchase ledger. So we are selecting that. Then the ledger amount, that is the taxable value header name. Ledger amount, debit or credit. So we have to give it as a fixed field value, debit. After that, we have to select the top ledger. Top ledger means party name. So our party name is there in B column. Party amount is there, that is the total value is there in F column. You can see total invoice value. Then the ledger amount, whether it is debited or credited. Then the bottom ledgers, CGST, SGST, all these things. Same thing, just we have to repeat. And then in last, we have to give the bottom ledger of round off, where we will compute the value. And here the total invoice value, which was earlier credited, now it will be debited. The taxable value will be credited, which was earlier debited for purchase account. CGST, SGST, everything was debited earlier, now it will be credited, so that we can get the difference amount as round off value. And then press enter and save. This way I have configured the complete things. Just press enter. We can see 56 invoices are there. Click on import. Again, exception is coming. Exception will be there for purchase ledger only, because purchase ledger was not created along with the party masters. So we can create it here, no problem. CGST, SGST also not created. IGST, and then in last only round off will be there. Actually, these masters were not created while importing the party ledgers. So for that reason, it is coming into exception. Now if we press escape, we can see if we go to purchase register, all these transactions are now imported. And if we go in detail, you can see accounting invoice mode is there. Proper supplier invoice name is there. Invoice date is there. Party name is there. If we make these two options supplier details as yes, you can see the state and country and other things are perfect. Press F12 to get the buyer and consignee details separately. You can see the consignee details, that is our details, Odisha, India, our GST number, everything is perfect here. Like this, just we can import all our two-way transactions. Is there any query? Can we take some queries here first before moving ahead to how to get the percentage by GSTR-2B from Excel? Ramanathan ji is asking where do we get this TSF file? So TSF file you can create of your for your own, and for your reference. Before the end of this meeting, we will give all this TSF file in the chat box. And he's also asking what if we ignore duplicates and combine with existing data while importing the masters. He's asking what if we are selecting that combine with existing data. So no problem, you can select that option. Ashrita ji is asking, please guide with already existing tally data, how can we import GSTR-2B? Ashrita ji, for importing GSTR-2B within tally, if you're asking for that feature, using OTP, you can do that. I will show you before end of this meeting how we can import our GSTR-2A, 2B, R1, everything using OTP. Within Tally, we can import everything, not as a voucher, but for reporting purpose, we can get that. And if we want to export it in Excel, we can do that. Janish is asking if we have credit ledger already created, that what procedure to follow. If already you are having any ledger, it won't affect your accounts. It will only create the new ledgers. Manju ji is asking if we have multiple rates, how to map for the same. If you are having multiple rates, you can see in this GST rate column, if you are having multiple rate, it will still work. How? Let me show you. Before showing that, I will just delete the existing entries. And let me do one thing. Let me just copy the complete things and paste it here. Let me give the invoice number as 10,000. Both the invoice number are same. That means in a single invoice, if we are having multiple tax rates, okay. And the taxable value is let's suppose 10,000 and 5,000. GST rate, let's suppose 5% and 18%. And CGST 900, SGST 900, and here 125 for 2.5% each. And here the total will be 11,800. Here the total will be 5250. Okay. Now, let me just alter this also. And the index number, it should be 57, 58 like this, and just save it. Now the query was, what if in a single invoice, if the invoice number is same and we are having multiple tax rate, then how to map, correct? For that, if we are having this kind of data, still it will work. While importing the transactions, you can see, just click on import. One exception is there, and the exception will be for 5% purchase ledger, because it was not already created in our tally. Now, if we go to purchase register, okay, it is coming twice, but it can be imported in a single in voucher type. I think the date is different. Let me check. Okay, so the date was different. For that reason, it is coming like this. Let me save it again. Go back to tally. Again, go to import transactions. Just press Ctrl A and import. Now, if we go to that particular party, PP suppliers, and if we select this invoice, you can see in the same invoice, we will get this 18%, 5%, the taxable values and the tax amount accordingly. And if you check this mailing details also, everything will be perfect. Janish is asking, as in GSTR-2B, we are not able to see tax rate-wise line as they are invoice-wise line. But if there is multiple rate in one invoice, then okay, this is resolved. Let us move ahead to another one topic. And the topic is how we can get percentage-wise GSTR-2B within Excel sheet. Okay. So for that, I'm having a demo data here. So here you can see in a single folder, I'm having all my GSTR-2A Excel sheets, which are directly downloaded from my GST portal. In another one folder, I'm having all GSTR-2B, and this GSTR-2B is after October 24. That is where we are not going to have our tax rate. Let me quickly open one and show you. B2B sheet, you can see here tax rate column is missing. We cannot get tax rate after October 24 GSTR-2B. So these 2B sheets are there in one folder. Now what I have to do, I have to simply copy the folder path. And this is a master Excel sheet. We have to open this Excel sheet. This Excel sheet has been created using a Microsoft Power Query. I will show the complete code here. Just a moment. I have to copy the 2A Excel folder path also. Just copy this path, paste it here. You can see already it is mentioned GSTR-2A Excel folder path. We have to paste it here. 2B folder path should be here. And then press Alt-ARA. Alt-ARA means it will go to data and it will trigger this refresh all button. Once we click on this refresh all, this running background query, this message will come here. And then we have to wait until this message is disabled. Now, if we go to annual 2A, you can see whole year 2A is there in a single sheet along with tax rate. Whole year GSTR-2B without tax rate will be there. And in the last sheet, we will be having our tax rate wise GSTR-2B data. How I created this, let me show you. For this, we will go to this data, query and connections. And then here, first of all, from a folder, I have selected all the GSTR-2B, 2A and 2B in two different queries. Then I have removed some unnecessary columns like here you can see some unwanted columns will be there in the last. So all these columns I have removed. I have renamed the existing columns. I have filtered some rows. Filtered means wherever null or blank values were there. Like you can see here null is coming, but in the next step, this null will be removed. You can see it is removed. Like that, I have just cleaned the data for both 2A and 2B. And then I have created another one query where I am going to merge this 2A and 2B. For that, what I have done, I have just clicked on this 2A. I went to this home tab, merge query as new. Then I selected 2A here. And here in the second part, I have selected 2B. And on the basis of GSTIN, party name, invoice number, and invoice date. On this basis, I have just selected inner only matching rows, and then click on OK. This will create a new query here. I won't be going, I will not save this one. Just I'm showing you how I've created this. Now I'm getting the data from GSTR-2B, sorry, from GSTR-2A, and those invoices will only come which are available in my GSTR-2B. That means the common invoices between GSTR-2A and 2B, I'm able to get on the screen from 2A sheet so that I can get my GSTR tax rate also. This one, this column. In the last column, I will get this table for 2B Excel. I don't want this, so just I can right click and I can remove this, and it's done. If we click on close and load, one more worksheet will be added here. You can see merge two. If we want to change the color and all, we can go to this table design and we can select any table color. Like this, we can just get our GSTR-2B with tax rate. In the same manner, you can get GSTR IMS details also. You can compare GSTR-2 and IMS Excel, and you can fetch the values from 2A so that you can get this tax rate column in your Excel sheet. After getting the data here, using the same template, this transactions and the same mapping, we can import the complete GSTR-2B also. So this was all about this session. Now let us come to our Q&A and we can take the queries. Someone is asking, creation of template will be one time or we have to configure it every time we use? No, sir. One time only you have to create this template. After that, every time you can reuse that. There is no such limit or there is no necessity to create it again and again. Anuj is asking how we will get these Excel sheets. Just a moment, I'm making a zip file of all these Excels and I will share it with you all. I'm sharing one zip file where two Excels will be there for merging all the GST2A to the for making the annual data here, and 2 or 3 TSF files will be there. One for master, one for transition. 2 TSF files will be there.
You're sending in the chat, sir?
Yeah, just a moment. I'm sharing it. Yeah, it has been shared with all in the chat. All can download this. Okay, Komalji, we can conclude. No queries are there.
Yeah.
Queries are already taken.
Yes, sir. So I just want to keep it open for just 2 more minutes so that people can do. Yeah. So people who are asking for recording, so we like all our CA Connect videos are uploaded at our YouTube official channel, and there's a playlist. I'm just reposting the same in the chat, and once again, I will just attach the file which Gautam. Mr. If your the zip folder will be usually visible if you're logged in from your system. Usually, when somebody has joined in from the chat, it becomes difficult. I have reshared the same. Yeah. Can like
Komalji, please
somebody
share,
gives
please
a
share,
huh?
please share the link of our WhatsApp group. If somebody wants to
Yeah.
receive WhatsApp, you can share there as well.
Yeah, I'll just resend that as well. Okay, I've put the community. I hope people can see the template in the chat now. I have also shared, and Gautam ji also has shared. Can we get like a thumbs up or so that I know if you have downloaded it? Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, so we have answered all your queries. Thank you, Gautam ji, yet again for a very informative session. And the reactions which we were received only shows how important the topic was. So thank you so much for your time, and I'll try uh, reshare the zip file. I did. One second, I'll just do it once again. Just see in the chat, there are, once again. Yeah,
Yeah, I have said.
yeah, even I have shared it. Mr. Shubham Jaju, Mr. Ravi Kumar. I just hope that you have logged in from your system, because usually Zoom on WhatsApp or Zoom on mobile usually makes it an issue for downloading the template files and everything. So they're asking, yeah, Mr. Mohit, if you're already part of our CA community group, you can ping there so that we can send it through the admin over there. We don't want to spam everyone, because there are a lot of people who might need or might not need. So if you send a message in the group, we will send it accordingly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Miss Shavni Kola, if you ping in the WhatsApp group, I'll send it to the admin of our WhatsApp community, and they can share it as well. Yeah. Or you can always write to support@allysolutions.com. I'll send it to our support team as well, so that they can send you. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Gautam ji, for a great session. And as you said, this will be a very useful session and will be needed by a lot of people. So seeing the reaction and the requirement of the template files and the recording only says how important this topic was. So thank you for your suggestions once again. I will now conclude this session. I'm leaving the WhatsApp community link one more time in the chat, so that you can join in and ask for it. Okay.
Thank you, Pawan.
Thank you so much. I'll just conclude the session.